My name is Nick, and this right here is my third generation Toyota Tacoma. What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and this right here is my third generation Toyota Tacoma, and it is currently sitting about as good as it's ever sat. I just put on camper shell, and I figured let me give you guys a walk around. I've featured the truck in many videos, and I get a lot of people asking questions, sending me messages on multiple forms of social media asking, you know, what's done to the truck. I figured just do a little rundown of everything I've done. So my Tacoma is a cement gray Tacoma. It's a 2020. The front, as you can see, got the Viper cut done. Got it done by somebody locally by the name of Bacon Fenders. The other thing I have in front are these Diode Dynamic SS3 Pros. I like them in that orange color, amber. We'll move on to the wheels. Currently running the Method 701 rim. It's a 16x8 to 0 offset, and it's wrapped in a Falcon Wild Peak mud terrain. It's a size 315, 75, 16. In order to run these, I have to do a cab mount chop. So as you can see here, I chopped the cab mount, pushed it back, welded on a new plate. Had a buddy in town help me out. We did that in a couple hours. Cut part of the pinch weld, smashed that back. Currently I'm running some Bilstein 6112s in the front, paired with an SPC upper control arm, and that combo is really nice. I really enjoy the way that it rides in the front. Right here I've got some Apex All Pro sliders. I did have some that didn't have this plate, but I vouched to keep the plate because I feel a lot more secure when stepping in and out of the vehicle, especially if I have a passenger. I don't want them to, you know, like especially back here, it's real easy to step all the way through. If you could see this tube, it's pretty wide right here, you know, that's easily the length of my hand. It's probably 6-7 inches, and so you could step through there, and that's not a comfortable thing to do, I imagine. In the rear, I've also got the same rims and tires. The only difference is I've got some Bilstein 5160s, as you can see, has a dual reservoir, and just got that paired with the Add-A-Leaf package. And as you can see here in the rear, we've got a Lear 100 XR cap, which is really nice. It matches really well with the body lines. The color matches perfect. So right now, I'll lock the vehicle. You hear that? It's locked. Can't get in. You unlock it. Now you have full access to the back, which we'll move on to now, which is my little sleeping platform. So I do work in construction, so I do keep a tote with my tools and whatnot, my bags. In the lower half, I keep my chair and some mud boots. Typically, if I'm going out on a camping trip, I would load up a lot more stuff down there. Just got some 2x6s across with some piece of 3/4 inch plywood that I cut out to fit, which fits in real nice, you know. It's a tight fit, and it still allows you to have access to the light. Here you can see the harness for the topper, which if I take off the topper, I just unplug this pigtail here and I can let that dangle. In my recent videos, I did have another topper, the exact same one, exact same color. The only difference is that this one isn't all messed up. The other one was pretty bad in terms of it was cracked, the paint was chipping. I mean, it was not nice. You know, on a nicer truck, you want to have something that looks good, right? So I definitely had to take that other one off, sold it, and I bought this one for almost the exact same price. So I really can't complain too much about that. One other thing I forgot to mention, which is probably one of my favorite parts about the truck, are these tail lights. They have a really cool startup sequence. I'll show you guys how it looks. So moving on to the interior, it's pretty stock actually. I used to have some other modifications here, but I just decided to keep it nice and simple. Put some seat covers over the factory seats because I didn't want to ruin the cloth. I'm a big fan of leather. It's easy to clean, and so you probably can't even tell that these aren't factory. I mean, these things fit amazing. These are from a company called Lucky Man Club. I know they make some from Cat Skins and a couple other companies, but I gotta say I've had a lot of luck with these. The only downside is I wear a pocket knife sometimes, or like for example these pants I'm wearing right now. I really like these pants. If I have the zipper all the way unzipped, sometimes when you get in you might dig in. So that's the only downside to these so far, is that I've ripped it here, and I'm not exactly sure how this happened, but yeah, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal to me. I could always buy another seat cover and it'll look just like new. And so you might tell that everything on the dash looks factory. I haven't done anything here, but I have installed some of these Miso Customs dome lights, which are really, really bright. I mean, it's incredible how bright they are. And with the switch of a button, you just change it from red to white. I'm a fan of the red at night. Same thing in the rear dome light. Just click of a button and that switches over. Factory floor mats, the Tacoma ones are great. A lot of people like the WeatherTech, but I mean, these are essentially WeatherTech. They've got the nice bucket design. I've taken it to the snow, into sand, mud, and I've never had an issue with, you know, any of the elements escaping outside of the floor mat. So I'm really happy with these floor mats. Maybe in the future I'll upgrade them, but just keep them clean, you know, wipe them down every once in a while, and they're good as new. All right, there you have it. There's my third generation Tacoma that I use a lot off-road. I've used it so many times to go fishing, to go camping, kayaking. I've done so much with this truck so far in the couple of years that I've owned it. I built it out to a point where I feel like it's really, really capable of doing just about anything. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.